Hey guys, this is Will, and for my midterm project, we're going to be exploring the PlayStation Vue app. So I'm going to open up the app right now, go home. So basically, PlayStation Vue is an over-the-top service you can get through your PlayStation account that mimics a cable service. We have the core package, which is $45 a month, as opposed to the access package, which is just $40 a month. The core package offers all of your major broadcast networks, all of your basic cable, and a lot of extra sports, which is the recommended package for college-age males. So we're going to go through each part of the app, talk about some of its functionality, what I think works well, what I think doesn't work well, and then describe whether I think this is a worthwhile purchase. So just a quick disclaimer about the app. When you first get this app, you need to set it up on the same home Wi-Fi network you have your PlayStation set up on, or else you're completely blocked from everything. I didn't know that, so I downloaded this on campus at school, tried to watch a baseball game, and it didn't let me do anything. They don't notify you of that, and I think that's really dumb that they don't, and they really should. So the main thing we're going to look at is the live TV and the My Shows feature and the guide feature. So with the first thing is live television. So this is a live television streaming app. You're supposed to be able to stream live network TV coming right off the air onto your phone. Issues with this are oftentimes if your signal's not super strong, you don't get any video signal, you just get sound. If your signal is not strong enough, you receive no video, just sound, but they do not tell you this will be the case until you already have opened the stream. So we're going to open the stream feature, and it is not working for video and did not give us any indication that it would do this. I find this to be a frustrating lack in design. Alright, now that we've explored the not very well working live television, we're going to move on to the My Shows feature. So basically the My Shows feature works in the place of a DVR, but it's kind of strange. Rather than a record feature, you have to select an entire show and it records all the episodes until you unmark that show. So we can click on Late Night with Seth Meyers, which I set up as a My Show favorited a week ago, and we can look at all the episodes that it's recorded. Normally I would worry about filling up a lot of storage space, but it's a cloud-based DVR system, which means you're not wasting any space, but you do have to be connected to Wi-Fi or else you will destroy your data. There's also no download function, so even things that are recorded to your DVR still need to be just streamed from the internet. They can't be downloaded to your phone. What doesn't really work well about the My Shows feature is that if you just want to record one episode, you have to do like 4 steps rather than just hitting record. What works really well is if you do want every episode, click My Shows and it records every upcoming episode until you unclick that. But if you're trying to watch one show, that means you have to click it before the show airs, and then you have to unclick it or else you'll keep adding up shows and shows and shows. So that's kind of a strange feature. What also is weird is there's no actual DVR section of the app, so you can't go anywhere and see all of your recorded shows. You have to go to your My Shows each individually and see what episodes you have recorded. That works well with a movie per se because there's usually only one airing of a movie, so you're not going to keep recording episode after episode after episode. So Halloween 2, we can just see I have the one DVR saved one. What is very confusing about this feature is that if you're trying to record a sporting event, generally they all have the same name, NBA basketball, for example. So if I want to record one specific game that night, I'm going to inadvertently record all the 8 other games that are airing that night, which I think is a very strange part of the app that doesn't let you decide which one you want to pick. The recommended shows feature is nice, so if I clicked on Lucifer, which I have not watched, but you can see that tonight's episode is going to be recorded because I have added it as a My Show. We can go down to the bottom and see all the other recommended shows by Fox and all the other recommended shows by PlayStation that they think I might like because I have liked Lucifer. So we're next going to be talking about the guide feature. What's really strange about this guide, it has an opposite orientation from every other guide that I've ever used before on a cable box, and so I think that just throws you off immediately when you open it. But it works pretty well to find the shows you want. It goes up and down pretty easily. You can go side to side pretty easily. What's kind of annoying is that there is no easy way to get from one end of the guide to the other quickly. Like if I'm trying to get to TNT, I have to scroll all the way through and go alphabetically through it. But I guess that's just a small downside. To show you how the My Shows feature works, I can click on Vintage Rehab from the DIY network. That's going to open that up, and then once it does open it up, I can hit this little plus arrow, and now it has been added to My Shows, and all future episodes will be recorded, as we can see here. The final feature we're going to talk about is the search feature. So the search feature works not super well. You have to know exactly what you're looking for. I typed in Rock and Morty by accident and nothing showed up. I had to type in exactly Rick and Morty for it to show up. So I'm going to click on Rick and Morty. We'll show how the search feature works. So we click on that TV show, and this part works pretty well actually. It shows what episodes are coming up and what episodes are available on demand and how I can watch them. What I think is really strange about the on-demand section of this app is there is no real on-demand section of the app. There's no on-demand browsing feature. You have to know what show you're looking for and then see if there are available episodes on demand. There's no just in general on-demand section, which is a very odd thing because that's kind of what a more streaming video on demand based service would do. And I guess they're trying to stray away from that. Also, on demand on here means you have to watch it with commercials. There's no easy way of doing it. You're going to be watching the episode no matter what with commercials, even if you don't want to. This app, I'm guessing, is being marketed to young men. It's available off the PlayStation Network, which is generally a gaming console owned by young men. However, there's nothing really in the app that would indicate it being purely for young men. I guess our package is for young men because it's the sports package, so that would be the only thing that I would understand being different. But it seems like it's a pretty general app. There is no branded content. PlayStation doesn't make any original content. It's just purely a cable service that's done over the internet. That brings me to my final comparison, where I'm going to say I don't really know if this app is worth it. Our package costs $45 a month, and for $45 a month, with our already paid internet fee, we can get Spectrum's cable service. Spectrum's cable service is a much older service based off Time Warner Cable. It's much more designed well, and they really know what they're doing. So I really don't know if this $45 a month on top of our already existing internet bill is really worth it for what this app has to offer. It has some nice features as we've seen over, but a lot of it is kind of a head scratch, and you're like, well, where are my recorded shows? Where's the on-demand? I really have to know what I'm looking for when I'm trying to find what I want. There's no general guide to help you kind of search through things and make things very easy. I don't know after this class if I will keep this app. We might just go with Time Warner. There are things that are nice about it, as I've said, but there's just really strange things. Mainly the My Shows feature is just kind of mind-boggling why they designed it in that way. So for $45 a month, this is definitely not making it to my home screen. This is on the second screen, and I don't really think I will be hanging on to this app for very long.